What's up, YouTube? I'm Mike, and today I'm back with what I'm certain is going to be another highly controversial topic. I don't know why I even bother. I posted on my Instagram story earlier today, just an FYI, that you can go into the content settings. I forget what it's called. I posted on my story. There's settings you can go into on Instagram where you can control the kind of reels that they promote to you. So like you can type in certain words that you don't want to get reels about. So like the example that I used is that I went in there and I put dog, dogs, doggo, which of course is the stupidest fucking word known to man. I will never understand why the fuck people call them doggos. Fucking retarded. And it's half the reason that I even bothered to do this, because I'm so sick and tired of people and their fucking dogs. And so I just gave that as an example to notify people, like, if you want to control the kind of reels you get, obviously hearting the things that you like is one way of controlling the algorithm, but you can actually take possession of the algorithm and just put in words that you don't want to see. So if the video is hashtag dogs, dog, doggo, you can put whatever words you want in there, and then it will stop promoting that content to you. And so immediately I start getting people like, what the fuck, dude? What's your problem with dogs? And so since I don't want to answer this question a million times, or 800 fucking times to all of the fucking insipid dog owners in the world, I decided to just turn it into some content. So what the fuck is wrong with me and dogs? Well, I will tell you. It's a couple of things. For one, I have absolutely no problem with dogs. I actually really like dogs. I've had lots of dogs in my life. I like dogs because they're really cool animals. What I fucking don't like is people who think dogs are human beings. People who treat their fucking dog like it's a child, which as far as I'm concerned is a form of abuse. A dog is a dog. It should be treated like a dog. It should be allowed to behave like a dog. It should be socialized with other dogs. In a perfect world, we wouldn't keep them at all, and we would definitely stop all of the stupid fucking breeding efforts that we're doing to make cockapoos and this. All of these fucking ignorant ass breeds are out of control. And then it's like you see like how they're like different groups of people gravitate towards certain dogs. Like for some reason, bodybuilders all apparently feel the need to have a French bulldog. Most useless fucking thing on the planet. Like if you're gonna have a fucking dog, have a dog that serves some kind of a fucking function. Like a guard dog or a hunting dog. All of these other breeds are the most disgusting fucking things on earth, because the only function they serve is to prop up human beings' fragile fucking egos. It's my emotional support animal. I have a much better relationship with my dog than I do with anybody else. Because you're all fucked up. That's the fucking problem. The reason that you can fucking have a relationship with the dog is because the dog actually loves you unconditionally. There's a funny joke that if you lock your dog and your wife in the trunk of a car, one of them will be happy to see you when you come back in like 3 days or a week. That's how fucking stupid dogs are. You can abuse the shit out of a dog and it will just keep on loving you. These animals are fucking sycophants. They have had basically all of their soul of the wolf bred out of them into these fucking useless heaps that people just fucking worship the shit out of. And so the straw that fucking broke the camel's back for me was I get fed this reel the other day that I wanted to fucking vomit on my screen. There was this video that somebody posted, and there's like this long hallway, and there's people lining the hallway, and they're standing in salute. And it's like, holy shit, what are they bringing a fucking body down the fucking, what are we about to see? It was a fucking cop and his service dog on the dog's last day of servitude to the police department. And they're standing and saluting this fucking dog, of course, is a dog. He has no idea what the fuck they're doing. He doesn't give two fucks about any of this shit. The only reason the dog does any of the things for the police department that it does is because it's been trained to get a fucking toy. It doesn't give a shit about its job. It's just doing what the fuck it was trained to do. And these, like, I started training dogs when I was, I trained my first dog when I was like 11. I think between 11 and 13. I was flabbergasted by how easy it is to train a dog. You can train a dog in one fucking day. And I mean, I've trained multiple breeds to sit, stay, and shake your fucking hand. This takes 4 hours, 5 hours flat. I have trained every single one of my dogs to the point where I can show it food. I can tell it to sit. I can show it food that it wants in its face, and slowly back across an entire yard, holding the thing that it wants so dearly in my hand, and it will not come to me until I call it. You can literally do this in one fucking day. I've done it with every breed of dog I have ever had, and I've probably had 10 breeds of dogs in my life. I am a terrible dog owner because dogs are a fucking they're just an experience for me. Like, that's it. Like, I just want to know what it's like to have a pit bull. I had a Papillon. I've had a miniature pinscher. I've had a beagle. I've had Cocker Spaniel. I've had what's the fucking I've had Italian Greyhound twice. I had there's 3 or 4 more I can't even think of. All of these dogs I've had and don't have anymore. If you quickly do the math on all of those breeds of dogs, clearly I didn't keep them until they died. I kept them until I got fucking bored with them, or fucking conditions changed. You know, like somebody, I had a dog in an apartment. I didn't pay the fucking the cost or whatever, and they were like, you got to get rid of the dog. So I fucking got rid of the dog. It's just a fucking animal. I don't understand. And I can just hear through the camera, right? I mean, the unsubscribes are just probably going through the roof. I am probably pissing off a huge section of my audience. This video actually may be the most hated video that I will ever make in all time. That's how many people are fucking obsessed with dogs. Again, I don't have any problem with dogs. I'm perfectly cool with dogs. It's all of the people and the way they treat them that fucking nauseate the shit out of me. Especially in light of the fact that, I know this is gonna fuck a lot of you guys up, but the dog is really one of the least significant life forms on our planet. So while we've got human beings in masses, I mean, there must have been 100 fucking people maybe in this fucking hallway saluting this stupid fucking dog last day on the job. Have you ever seen anybody standing and salute in front of a beehive? You ever seen that? Probably haven't. Probably never seen that. Ever seen somebody standing in salute of an anthill? Probably never seen that either. Bees are absolutely essential to our survival on this planet. They are responsible for pollinating, and I forget the percentages and the numbers, but basically the short side of it is, if some disease were to come along that was to wipe out every single dog on the planet, just dogs, not wolves, every dog on the planet suddenly dropped dead of a disease, it would have absolutely zero effect on our planet. None. On the actual ecosystem at large, every single dog suddenly dropping dead would have no negative effect on the planet at large. If we kill off all of the bees, we will go extinct as a species. Ants serve a very important function of eating insects. They're part of the circle of life. So all of the fucking animals that really count, that really matter in our world, are all of the animals that nobody gives a shit about. Nobody gives a shit about the ants or the spiders or, you know, the bats or all of the naturally existing animals in our world exist for a reason. Bats eat mosquitoes. Something eats mosquitoes. Something the spy like a lot of people hate possums, right? Like possums are fucking disgusting, vile-looking creatures. They eat snakes. Yeah, they eat snakes. So they're really good at keeping snake populations in control. Every animal that evolved for natural purposes on our planet evolved for a reason. It has a very important function. When they took the wolves out of Yellowstone, the fucking deer and elk and shit started massively overpopulating. And this is an example of the stupidity of human beings. Like, well, we gotta take all the predators out because they're killing the prey. That's what the fucking prey is for. They only exist to be eaten. Nobody's going to the lake going, we gotta get rid of all these bass because they're eating all the shad. There's a circle of life in this world, and all of these fucking liberal bleeding hearts that want to save the life of every fucking animal on the planet, all you do is fucking cause more suffering. So instead of a wolf, thinning the herd of elk or deer or whatever that they're fucking eating, getting rid of the sick and the lame, and keeping the deer population healthy, you take the wolves out of the fucking park, and now the deer are all fucked up and inbred and overproducing, and they're fucking they're eating all the vegetation, they're causing all these fucking problems because you fucked up the natural order of things. So my problem with it, again, is not so much with dogs, it's with the mentality of people and how they deify certain animals, and then they fucking abuse and misuse others. So while you're out in the front yard killing ants by the billions, or spraying the fucking beehive, or killing the fucking wasps, or getting rid of all the spiders, all of those things you're doing are actually fucking up the environment that you live in. While you're protecting your stupid, useless fucking dog that serves no fucking function on this planet at all other than to prop up your pathetic fucking loser ego. So if you would stop spending so much time with your dog, that again is a total sycophant, is only programmed to serve you. Like every time I hear a person say I'm a dog owner, I'm a dog lover, I go, oh, that's a fucking nasty person. This person is incapable of having healthy human relationships. So they have to fucking pawn off half of their emotional load on this animal that is just some fucking broken, subservient creature. I can't understand it. I have a relationship with my wife and my kids. We have a cat. I don't love the cat. The only reason the cat is in the house is because my daughter loves the cat. And right now, I think it's a good idea for her to learn to take care of things. The second she stops loving that fucking cat, it's fucking gone. I have no use for it. Cats, at least, are relatively unadulterated from their origin. And my cat actually serves a function that no fucking dog will. So the cat runs around and kills the rats that live around the house and keeps them from getting into the fucking goddamn attic. She actually serves a fucking function. I still don't have any emotional connection to her, primarily just because she meows. Like if she would just shut her mouth, then I wouldn't care. I don't ever want to hear a noise, an animal making noise. Like I can't stand it. My favorite pet I ever had in life, the best pet I have ever had, bar none, hands down, was a ball python. Fucking amazing pet. You can actually talk to a ball python and it will comprehend as much of the shit that you're telling it as your stupid fucking dog will. You could actually pet their little heads. My ball python, I used to let out of its cage and let it just slither around. Like we had a hallway that I could, like where the doors were really tight to the carpet. And so I'd let the snake run around in the hallway, just get some fucking freedom. And then once a week, every week, I got to go, this is the unfortunate part, because you got to go to the store or you got to raise the mice yourself. But I would go get a live mouse. It started as pinkies, and then obviously as the snake got bigger, the prey got bigger, and then it's fucking feeding day. And you get to put the fucking mouse, you take the snake out of the cage that it lives in, so you don't get bit. That's one of the things you have to learn, is you don't feed the snake in the cage that it lives in. You take the snake out of the cage and put it in its feeding cage and then drop the fucking rat in or the mouse in. and watching that fucking snake suddenly pick up the movement of that mouse or the heat sensors or whatever, and watching that snake hone in on that mouse, and then boom, fucking grab his ass. Watching a snake eat is one of the most amazing things in the world. I remember the first time I fed a little baby, it was a pinky, because the snake was a baby, and so he wasn't very big, and the breeder told me that you gotta feed him pinkies. And so here's this fucking rat that's literally just been born, or this mouse, whatever it was, just been born. It doesn't even have its eyes open. And so it's got no fur, it's totally pink. You drop it in this snake cage, and and the snake's new, you know, so he's not figuring it out either. It took him a while to figure it out. Finally, he strikes this thing. And I'm thinking I just killed my snake. Because I'm looking at the size of this pinky, and I'm looking at the size of the snake's head, and I'm thinking there is a 0% chance this snake is going to be able to get this thing down. And watching that snake unhinge his lower jaw and work his fucking little tiny head and fit this entire mouse that had to be twice the size of his head, I have no... It's fucking mind-blowing to watch. My snake never bit me one single time. I used to hang out with it on my computer. I'd put it around my fucking neck. I used to let it slither around in the bed with me when I was in bed, laying around reading books. I'd let the snake... I called it a he. I don't know if it was really a fucking he. His name was Kundalini. So Kundalini would get in bed with me. He would fucking run around the house. And actually, that's the pet that I had when my wife sent me to fucking prison. And so she got rid of him. I would probably still have him. They make absolutely no sounds. They go to the bathroom one time a week, and it's one single solid clump. Their urine and their poop is all together in one single clump. So you feed them once a week, and they go to the bathroom once a week, and all you gotta do is pick up this one little clump and throw it in the fucking trash. They don't sweat, they don't stink, they don't make any fucking noises. Fucking absolutely amazing pet. And it cares just as much about me as, well, that's not true. The dog actually cares about you. It actually needs you because you have cut it off from other animals like it. The snake will never care about you, which is one of the things that actually made me like the snake. Like, I have more respect for the snake and my cat for two reasons. If that snake, you know, it was a ball python, so it was never going to get big enough to hurt me. But if I had bought a reticulated python, I could have raised that thing from the time it was a fucking baby, and it was never going to love me. It was always going to see me as a threat and a captor, and if that reticulated python had grown to be 27 feet long, it would have fucking tried to eat my ass. I have a lot of respect for an animal who does not want to be enslaved, does not want to be kept, does not want to be controlled. If my cat doesn't know it's not a lion. It thinks it's a fucking lion. My cat will go after dogs 3 times its fucking size. If my cat could somehow get big enough to eat my ass, it probably fucking would. And that is the kind of thing that I can respect. Your dog will take a fucking bullet for your ass. Disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. So there you have it. That is the reason that I made that post. I'm sure, let's see where we're at right here. Currently I'm at 9,021 subscribers. I suspect nobody in my audience is going to have a sense of humor for this video, and so that number is probably going to plummet. But hey, at least I'm being honest. I could sit around here and be fake and pretend, and that's the thing. What I want from you guys is to like me or hate me based on who I really am, not who I pretend to be just to get the maximum number of likes and subscribers. So, for those of you who love dogs in the audience, you're probably fucking hating me right now. But, you know, you also have to admit, it takes all kinds. So, as always, thank you for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.